Hi and welcome back to Love English. In today's lesson, I want to help you share your emotions. No, it is not a lesson about psychology. I am not qualified to do that. However, what I am qualified to do is to give you some phrases, some expressions that we commonly use in English that can help you share your emotions. Whether you are stressed, anxious, or even depressed, these phrases will help you share your emotions and start the conversation you need to have. Whether that is with a friend or family member or even a professional, you need to make sure that you have the language skills to share those emotions. For many of my students living in the UK, it can be quite a stressful time. Coming to a new country, experiencing a new culture and studying in English. So being able to share your emotions, to know how to express yourself in what is often a very difficult thing to talk about. With charities like Heads Together and Mind, in the UK we are putting a massive focus on mental health. On the 10th of October, Love English will be supporting World Mental Health Day, encouraging you guys to talk and get the help and support you might need. To learn more about this, you can follow the links in the description box below. And of course, there are many hashtags for you to follow to learn more about mental health and how you can improve yours. So, what can you do to get the conversation started? First, you might choose to share some of these very important social media posts on your social media. You never know which friend might need to learn more. You can comment below on this lesson. Use some of these phrases to express how you are feeling at the moment, or how you may have felt at a different point in the past. Being open about your emotions and talking about your mental health is breaking the taboo. And that means that it's making it easier for more people to come forward and talk about these issues. So talk, share, and break the taboo. Now back to the English. It is important to note the difference between stress and anxiety, as they are often used in the same way. They're used interchangeably, but there is a difference. Stress usually refers to the external factors around you. This might be having family stress or problems, relationship issues, or even homework, too much homework. These things cause you stress. Anxiety is more focused on the internal worries that you have, even anxiety about anxiety itself. However, both of these things can often lead to feeling low or even depressed. And these 10 expressions will hopefully help you share these feelings and maybe even feel a little bit better once you have. Now, as well as saying I'm stressed out, I'm low, I'm depressed, I'm feeling anxious, you may also want the idiom I'm feeling a bit blue. There are some very specific phrases that can help you. Number 1, I'm feeling quite down. I'm feeling quite anxious. I'm feeling quite stressed at the moment. With the preposition about, you can then go on to explain exactly what is making you feel stressed or down or anxious. I'm feeling quite stressed about the exams at the moment. Number 2, you suffer from. You suffer from anxiety, from stress, and from depression, from low moods. So to say, I think I'm suffering with stress or from stress, you can use both of those prepositions there. You'll be starting the conversation and maybe you're not even sure what you are stressed about, but a friend might be able to help you with that. Number 3, I've got a lot on my mind at the moment. I've got a lot on my mind at the moment. Explaining this to someone, your partner, your friend, might help them understand why you are difficult at the moment, why you're not yourself, why you are feeling a little bit emotional. To explain that you've got a lot on your mind at the moment, at work, at home, is to explain that there are things bothering you and that your mind is thinking about these things often. Number 4, and this is a really good word to use, to feel overwhelmed. To feel overwhelmed. The preposition over is a good indication of what this means. When there is so much external pressure, you feel that it is getting on top of you. Now, overwhelmed is not always a negative thing. I was so overwhelmed when he asked me to marry him. But in many situations, you can use it to talk about stress and external factors that are really getting you down. I'm feeling overwhelmed at the moment. I've got too much work to do and I don't have the time to do it. In the same way, number 5, it's all got on top of me. It's all got on top of me. This is explaining to someone that you are not coping, that you are not managing with the workload that you have or the emotional stresses that you might have at home or with your children or in your relationship. It has all got on top of me. And again, think about that. External factors pressing down and making you feel maybe low or stressed. Number 6, and this is a little bit more serious. I'm finding it difficult to cope with. I'm finding it difficult to cope with. When you use this expression and tell a friend, I'm finding it so difficult to cope with the children at the moment. I'm finding it really difficult to cope with my finances. It really indicates that you are looking for some help and guidance, even if it is just someone to talk to and share your concerns. I'm finding it difficult to cope with means essentially you need some help. You need some support with whatever problem you are dealing with. I'm under a lot of pressure. I'm under a lot of pressure at work. I'm under a lot of pressure at university. I've got deadlines I need to meet. I've got a lot of work to do. This is a little bit like feeling overwhelmed. If you're under a lot of pressure, you're really dealing with a lot. And when you feel under pressure, it does often manifest as stress or depression. This might even be a good way to approach your boss if you've got too much work. Look, I'm feeling really under pressure at the moment. Is there anything we can do? Is there anything that you can do to take some of the workload off me? There is no harm in asking for help. A fantastic idiomatic expression, I've got a lot on my plate at the moment. If you tell someone that you've got a lot on your plate at the moment, again, you want them to understand how much you are dealing with. And often we would say, look, I can't help you at the moment. I've got a lot on my plate at work already. So you're saying, my plate is full. I don't have space for any more problems, any more issues. So I've got a lot on my plate at the moment. I'm sorry I can't help. Number 9, when you really are feeling like you need some support and some guidance, I feel like I'm not coping. I feel like I'm not coping with the workload. I feel like I'm not coping with the deadlines at university. You might need to talk to an academic advisor, your boss, or your partner to make sure that they can help you cope and manage the jobs, the responsibilities, the pressures that you have. So I'm really not coping at the moment. Number 10, and I'm going to put 2 phrases here for you. I can't take it anymore. I can't handle it anymore. I can't take it anymore. I can't handle it anymore. If you use this expression, then you really have got to a breaking point. You really have got to the point that you are not coping. And whether that means that you need help from friends or family or even professional help, some of you might even choose to talk to a doctor. This expression will help them understand just how serious things are for you. I can't take it anymore. I can't handle it anymore. If you get to that stage, then you really need to make sure that you start a conversation, that you get the support you need and deserve. So there we are, 10 expressions to help you start that difficult but often necessary conversation. And if you don't feel like you are ready to talk to anyone at the moment, there are many websites and charities available globally where you can get help and support. And read about how you can improve your mental health and reduce some of that stress. To learn more about this and to be able to read it in other languages, you might want to go to www.who.int/mental_health. Here you can read more, hopefully in your own language, about mental health issues and how you can get support. If you're living in the UK, you can also go to the National Health website, www.nhs.uk/1u/every-mind-matters. This is an initiative where you can look at the different steps you can take to improve your mental health and to get the support you need. The Duke and Duchess of Cambridge, along with the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, also have information on their mental health website, www.headstogether.co.uk, where you can learn about more of the UK charities supporting mental health. Thank you so much for watching. I hope those 10 expressions are going to help you talk to your friends and family or get them to talk to you. You might even want to share the lesson with them. Thank you very much for watching.